Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual aviation aviator. Excuse my voice, I've got a cold. Anyway, I got the 525, so let's get this guy started. Yay, so I'm so excited. So I've already did the initial download, so let's just go ahead and start X-Plane. And as you know, it takes a little time. All right, so let's find that bad boy. All right, so that would be this guy, the Citation 525. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm going to log in to Teterboro. Down with preloading, applying real world, prepping world. Yeah, we're getting there. Come. So excited. Yeah. Gonna fly the Citation up. Please be advised. What is this? One or more issues with sound bank? Oh yeah, well it's the first time I'm loading in maybe, so I've seen that before, and I think once I put my information in, I'll be good on this front. So how do I get my information in? Oh, look, no landing gear. I'm just floating. So, as you guys know, this is a common problem that we've been having with the Citation 525, and that's usually due to the way that, let's see, let me turn this one off, make sure I got my desktop on. Usually due to the antivirus doing a false positive on one of the files. So this video is to kind of show you how to resolve that. Now I use MalwareBytes instead of Windows Defender, but since most of you guys use Windows Defender, then I'm going to show you how to fix it in Windows Defender. I think right now I'm using MalwareBytes, so what I want to do is go to the security. The best way to get there, I'm in window mode, so I'm going to go ahead and close X-Plane down. And by the way, if you ever wonder why sometimes it takes X-Plane so long to shut down, is because it does some write backs to the logs and various systems. So yeah, that's the reason. All right, so let's go to MalwareBytes since that's the one that I've got. And let's see if I see anything that might let's see, general scans and detections. Well, I thought I had done I know that I had done an allow list to allow the Win X64 and the folder and the file for MalwareBytes, so that's why I didn't get it this time. I got it in the allow list, and if you got MalwareBytes, then to put it in the allow list, just click on scanning detections, allow list, configure, and add item, and then you can add the files and folders that you don't want, that's throwing the false positives, so that you don't continue to get that issue. All right, so let's see how it's fixed in Windows Defender. So give me a minute, because I'm gonna have to uninstall or disable MalwareBytes to get the Windows Defender to work. Be right back. Okay, so at this point, MalwareBytes is, I quit the program, so the only security that I should be using is Windows Security. All right, so let's reload the aircraft and see how it acts, see what happens with just Windows Security. So just bear with me, explain. There we go, and it is loading. And yeah, okay, we'll go ahead to the jet and go ahead and start flight. And as you know, it take it a minute or two to load that up. Now, if this is your first time loading the program, you might get a message saying that the Windows Defender or your antivirus program has flagged this program as being not safe, but it is safe. And if you don't want to take my word for it, then take the word of the author, Coop at TorqueSim. All right, anyway, so yeah, I've got it loaded. This is a standard thing that I'm going to get. I'm just going to click understood, and once I get everything set up correctly, these will go away and they will never come back. So, you know, just don't worry about those at the moment. Right now, we're still talking about the problem. So, as you can see, I don't have the landing gear. All right, so now the fix. Let's do the fix. All right, so I am going to shut down this program. Okay, so now I need to find the program that I want to allow Windows to not block. And I am purposely going to make mistakes so that you guys can see how they are found and rectified. All right, so you know, this part I could skip, but anyway, I think you get the idea. So what I want to do is type security here, security, and I want Windows security. Your security you may need to go up under apps to find it a little bit faster if you got a lot of other programs that have the word security in it. And here I can pull up security at a glance. Now this is the way I do it. There may be other ways to do it. All right, so I'm just going to go to firewall and network protection. And here I'm going to say allow an app through firewall. Okay. And I get this window. I hope you can see it okay, because I know that when I'm recording on a 4K monitor, things can look really small. But yeah, I'm going to go change setting. Okay, now I can do allow another app. Okay, and at this point, I want to browse to the offending file. Now, the file is not going to be there, but, and I'm doing this on purpose so that if you run into this, then you'll see what's happening, how to correct it. All right, so I'm going to go browse, and I want to find my X-Plane drive and X-Plane 12, and I'm going to go to resources, plugins, X-Aviation, and I'm going to go to resources again under X-Aviation, and I should see files there. But whoa, there are no files there. What the devil's going on? Well, what has happened is Windows, during that the first run, quarantined the file. So the file is in quarantine, but the easiest way and the best way to fix that is just to run the installer again. So I'm going to go to my downloads, get this file, file 25 1.02, and I can just extract it again. Actually, I don't even have to extract it. I can just run it directly from here, because Yeah, it will run directly from 7-zip or WinRAR, whatever you're using, or you can run it. You can extract and run it from the Windows. Uh, the Windows, what does Windows call it? Can't quite remember it, but anyway. All right, so now I'm going to put in my credentials, and you guys don't need to see what my credentials are. So yeah, actually that was masked anyway, so I didn't really have to worry about that anyway. All right, so I'm putting in my credentials, and I'm going to just reinstall the program. All right, so that was drive E, X-Plane. It needs to know where my X-Plane folder is at. And yeah, now since it's already installed, it's going to tell me it wants to uninstall it, install it. And even though I can run 8K textures, I am going to stick with the 4K textures for now. Hoping to get it. I'm running the 3080, so I'm hoping to run a faster video card. Hoping to upgrade my video card once more to something I can't really afford when it comes out next year. Hopefully it will come out. Hopefully it will begin shipping in January, and that's the 5090. That's my plan anyway. I'm not going to spend $3,000 for it though. If it's my budget is $2,400 for that card. If it's $2,500, I'm gonna have to wait until it comes down. You know what drive? I'm just wasting time now. But what drives up the cost of these video cards is not that the gamers use them; it's that the AI people use them to power AI systems, and some of these systems may buy a few dozen cards or a few hundred cards to power AI systems for one customer, and that's been creating a shortage, particularly on the 4090, which is why after NVIDIA ceased production in anticipation of the 5090s, that those cards went up to as much as $3,500 to $4,500 per card. Can you imagine when the MRSP has been as low as I think $1,600 or $1,700? But yeah, I digress. Okay, so let's get this installed. All right. Actually, it didn't need to uninstall it. The biggest thing that we wanted to do was get our files back, to get the ones that disappeared back. So let's go ahead and check to see if they're there now. So I'm going to go back to my drive E, X-Plane, and resources, plugins, X-Aviation, and you can see I got a ton of plugins. And okay, I got the logo. Didn't mean to do that. But anyway, I don't see them. I probably need to run the program to get them to generate. But at this point, let's see what happens. Feel like I'm fishing in the dark myself at the moment, but we will go ahead and start X-Plane, and that's what I mean when I say run the program. You know what? This is all on a different monitor, so you couldn't see it when I was talking about going to resources. Okay, that's what I wanted. Threats found. Okay, there's my false positive. Now, if I don't have a choice but to dismiss this, but let's go back into resources. Let's see if we see see those threats now that we've run the program in there. X-Aviation and resources. I still don't see them yet. Okay. But no, shoot, didn't mean for that to happen. Okay. So X-Aviation, and let's see. Um, so let's go. Let's go. Let's just look in Windows here. Windows security again, and device security protection history. Um, and I should see maybe the files that it quarantined. Um, let's see. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, these are the files that Windows is considering dangerous, that it shouldn't be considering dangerous. So what I want to do is I want to restore these files. Let me just pop into here because they've not been showing up, and I've been trying to figure out now why am I not seeing these files? But Windows is catching them before they even populate. So yeah, I can restore them first. Okay, and let's see, and severe. Okay, so let's refresh this. I don't see them there yet. The threat was restored to your device from quarantine. Resources, plugins, X-Aviation. See, I'm in the wrong place here. I shouldn't be in X-Aviation. I need to be in Win64. And that's the file that I want to have Windows not do anything with. At least that may be one of them. Might have another one. Let's just check. Let's see. Yeah, I got X Aviation. Okay, so that one's restored. And let me just run through it again just to make sure this thread was restored. Okay, so happy. All right, then now I need to have Windows not only restore it, but ignore it. So I'm going to go back here, and this time I am going to go to, let's see, threat and protection, and just bear with me, guys. So I got this again. I got this file restored, but I recall there being a second file that I want to make sure that's not that also may have a false positive, and that file is usually sometimes this file can be an issue. Let's see. Let me drill down to it. So this time I'm going into my aircraft folder and X-Aviation, find the Citation Jet 525, and go to plugins and CJ Systems, right? And then Win64, yeah, WinX64, and this CJ Systems XPL file may get quarantined. So now, just so our goal now is to make sure that this file, which is there, and let's see if I can't open up another instance of Xplane. All right, so I want to go to Xplane resources, and this is a whole different location. Plugins, X-Aviation. So this is my general plugins file, WinXP64. So these are the two files that may trigger, well, this one I know will, and this one will probably also trigger the false positive also. So these are the two files that we want to make sure that we tell Windows to allow. So now that we've identified those files and you know what they are, now we just got to figure out how to tell Windows to ignore them or to allow them. So let's do that. And this is still part of the fix. Okay, so now I want to go back to Windows Security, and we already know how to bring up Windows Security. And here I want to go to Virus and Threat Protection. All right, then if I scroll down and I can get to Manage Settings, Virus and Threat Protection Settings, Manage Settings. But it's cold, my head floating. Just bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna hit that, and then I'm gonna scroll down to exclusions, and I'm gonna remove exclusions. Okay, and it's gonna give me that window, and now I can add an exclusion in Windows Security. All right, so I know I want this file under Resources, Plugins, X-Aviation Win64, and then the other one was the TorqueJet plugins, CJ Systems at 64. So I'm going to add those two exclusions, and I can, for me, I like to add them at the file level. All right, and so I'm going to go to X-Plane. I'm going to do the aircraft first. And you can see I got a lot of aircraft, X-Aviation and TorqueSim 525 and plugins, CJ Systems, and Wind X64, and that's my file. Got it. So I have added that exclusion. All right, now I want to add this one. Add exclusion, file. Let's see. Now this time I can go back out to X-Plane, and this time I want to go to Resources, Plugins, and X-Aviation, Windows, Win X64, and X-Aviation XPL. Okay, so I got those two files added to my exclusion. All right, so I should be happy, right? I think I am. All right, so I'm going to close that down and close everything down and restart X-Plane. So my aircraft is loading up, and why am I getting this? Okay, I'm just going to have it wait. I don't think it's actually crashing. We will see. You shouldn't get this, and if you do, then you might be able to just hit wait. It's just taking the aircraft longer to start up than the timer has allowed for, which is why it throws that message to say, hey, this may not be anything going on here. Anyway, so let's see what happens. All right, so I didn't have to restart. I just hit the wait and just let it go. Let it continue. And all right, so now I don't have the error messages that I was getting. Everything looked good. Let's see if I got my landing gear. Ah, got it. Happy. So guys, that's how you resolve that issue. And I know that this video was long-winded and took you around the world. But if you're having trouble with it, maybe worth watching. All right, So until next time.
Y'all come back now. Here.